Hey everyone, here I am again. I'm Marcelo Costa, and today we're going to talk about an essential feature for your broadcasts, the buses in AIRES Studio. If you want to understand how to route different mixes for broadcasts, recordings, and monitoring, stick with me, because this video is for you. If you watched video 8, you saw how to set up an output in AIRES Studio, but now it's time to understand where that audio goes. And that's where the buses come in. Think of the buses as paths through which the audio travels. They take sound from various sources and send it wherever you want: broadcast, recording, or monitoring. In AIRES, we work with the three main ones: Bus A, Bus B, and Bus C, also called PGM-A, B, and C. PGM-A is the favorite for the main broadcast. That's the one that usually goes on air. PGM B and C, on the other hand, are great for recordings, parallel broadcasts, or any other stream you want to keep separate. Each one can have a different mix and be sent to independent destinations. In other words, total flexibility. Alright, now that you understand what buses are, let's see how to route each mix to where it needs to go. To set up the buses, it's simple. Go to the main menu in AIRES Studio and click on Buses. That's where you decide the destination of each mix, whether it's for broadcast, recording, or any other output. Everything right at your fingertips, with total control over the audio flow. Let's start with PGM-A, which is usually used for the main radio output. That's the one that goes straight on air. Here, we're going to set up the destination. In other words, where this audio is going to be set. Remember that in the previous video, we used outputs 7 and 8 as an example, which we renamed as transmitter. So this is the output I'm going to select here, set it as the output transmitter, where this audio will be sent to an audio processor or directly to the station's transmitter. Also notice that each bus can be sent to up to 2 destinations. But in this case, we're going to leave only the PGM-A for the transmitter. And look, you can even add plugins here. Here, we're going to add the Channel Strip Old 75 plugin. But later on in other videos, I'll talk to you about plugins. Oh, and if you would like to rename the bus, simply click on the label or name option in the menu. Then you can enter whatever name you prefer right here in this field. For this particular bus, for example, we'll just leave it as PGM-A. And remember back in video 8, we showed how to make this bus available via NDI. Just enable it here, allow use on NDI. And this bus, this PGM-A, is now ready so that any audio sent through it will be available on the station's data network. Now let's talk about PGM-B, which is perfect for parallel broadcasts, like that web streaming that happens at the same time as the regular radio programming, but with different content. In this case, we're going to select the web radio playlist as the destination. To do that, let's go to the main menu, then select Buses, PGM-B, and here, for example, I'll choose the streaming playlist, web, or radio. Notice that this menu appeared up here, which is already connected and sending audio to the internet. Well, but for that I also need to set it up here in the mixer which content do I want to send to PGM-B. Notice that here I only have PGM-A set. Now, at this point, I'm going to add another digital playlist right here, which was already previously configured and set up in my mixer track, and then send this content directly to PGM-B, which means the internet stream. So, please notice here that I have the content from Playlist Digital that's currently going to A in the PGM-A. And here I have another digital playlist content that's going to PGM-B. Different contents that are also going to different destinations. Well, but also notice that I can send the same content to 2 different destinations as well. All I have to do is come here to the digital playlist in this mixer track, where I have the digital playlist, and select both A and B, just like it was selected here. Now, all the content that's playing on this channel is going to both PGMA and PGMB, but my voice, which is here on mic main, is only going to PGMA. If I wanted to go to PGMB as well, I just select PGMB. Well, it's really flexible and very versatile, isn't it? That flexibility is what makes AIRES shine. You control everything. Separate the streams, and you can even customize each output just the way you want. Now, let's talk about PGMC, which can be used as a third content line. And here at our station, we use it for internal recordings. Imagine the following situation, which I'm going to simulate right now. The reporter calls in through the studio. Let's put the reporter on air here. He's already live here on this bus. But we can't put the reporter on air right now. Why? I'm broadcasting content to the air and different content to the internet. As you can see here, I have one content on PGM-A and another content on PGM-B. My reporter now needs to record an important interview. So what do? I send my reporter over here to PGM-C, call up the audio recorder, and then put the recorder on PGM-C, making sure everything is set up properly, and then make the recording. Done. The recording is now being made, and right after it finishes, I'll be able to put that story on air for everyone to hear. And look, another thing, I didn't need to configure any physical output for this bus. Since it's for internal use only, all the audio stays within the system. Simple, practical, and very efficient. Well, now take a look here at the top part of the interface. That's where the bar graphs are, showing the post-fader audio levels for each bus. These meters are super useful for you to monitor in real time what's happening in each PGM. Whether the signal is coming in strong, if it's clipping, or if it needs some fine-tuning. It's your audio's visual control pill. So to make sure everything is working perfectly just as you set it up, let's do a quick test here, to show you that all the buses are working perfectly after the mix. So notice that I'm already set up here with PGM-A. It's modulating perfectly, and I can increase or decrease any modulation on PGM-A. Now I'm going to send my microphone to PGM-B. I also have modulation here from the playlist on PGM-B. I send the bar graph here to PGM-B. Notice that it's modulating perfectly. And now I'll send another one to PGM-C, which are the quick starts that are running there in my digital playlist. Now check here that PGM-C is also modulating perfectly. Here you have the digital audio levels being displayed on the bar graph. This test is essential to make sure each mix is going to the right place. That way there are no surprises when it's time to broadcast or record. And that's it. Now your buses are set up and ready for any type of broadcast in AIRES Studio. This setup will provide you with the flexibility and additional control you need to effectively handle any situation at your radio station. If you need more help or have any questions at any time, feel free to visit our website or contact our support team. Thank you for joining me in this video. See you in the next episode.